Hi, hello, namaste, shashrikal, assalamu alaikum friends, welcome to Kazil Vibes. I hope you're all doing great. I'm back here with another video today. In this video, we are going to know how one can look up for the rentals here in Canada, and this is going to be very useful for the immigrants as well as the students whoever are going to come to Canada. And what's the wait? Let's get into the video. Before we get into the topic, thank you so much for 500 plus subscribers on my channel. I'm really overwhelmed with the response you are giving and I'm really grateful to have you guys on my channel, and keep supporting me the same in the future. Definitely I'll be posting more vlogs, informative videos and a lot of other entertainment stuff, and just stay connected with me. As I mentioned earlier, today in this video we are going to know how one can look up for the rentals and what websites to visit. So today I'll be taking you through a virtual tour. I have done this virtual tour before as well and it got a really good response. So today also I'm going to do a virtual tour. In this video you will see like what all things you have to consider while searching for a house and a lot of other factors. So what's the late? Let's get to the virtual tour right away. So currently I'm on Google search bar. So in this search bar we will type Kijiji.ca, and this is how the interface of Kijiji looks like. And here it offers various services like this, and you can explore it on your own if you want. And here we are to look up for the rentals. I'm going to tell you how to look up. So before we look up for the rentals, we have to make sure in which area and which part of the country we are looking for the rentals. So here you have to make sure you put the right location. I put it as Windsor and I applied it. Then here in the search bar we will put as rentals and we'll see what comes up. So here it shows different postings from the landlords. You have a lot of options, and just make sure you browse it properly. And what are the factors you have to look into? The first thing is you have to see how far it is from your college and is there a bus stop nearby, because it has to be very easy for you to commute. So that's why you have to make sure there's a bus stop close to your house. If you want to go for the groceries, you have to take the bus, because initially everybody will not have a car. It's always better to take a house close to a bus stop. And so when I just scroll down and see, there are like lots of options here, and you have to always make sure that you go in a group, because that is when you can get a good deal. And if you go alone, like if you are looking for just a single room for yourself, then it would be a difficult thing. See, one room which is just 2 minutes walk for the University of Windsor, 1-bedroom apartment for rent, that is $800. And because these days Windsor has become one of the hottest spot for all the students, and the rentals, they have gone high really. And during my time I was paying about only hardly $300 to $350 only the rents, and apart from my all living expenses like groceries, and there are some other things you have to consider too. And this is how you look up and you search for yourself, and I will tell you further and how to actually form into a group. This is also one of the place where you can actually find the rentals. So when I just opened the Facebook and went to the marketplace, and there I found these options. And firstly I gave the location as a Windsor, Ontario, and after that I clicked here on the rentals and see like this, lot of things pop up. If you're close to universities, look for a house close to your university. That way it will be easier for you. You don't have to travel much. Even though you will be given a pass or something as a student, you have to make sure that you're spending less time doing all this. I think this is pretty much enough as a virtual tour, and you can look up everything on your own. And so let's discuss how one can actually form into a group. Most of you must be concerned like you are coming alone and your parents are also scared and you don't know anyone here. And of course some might be knowing people here, like their families or family friends must be residing here. But there are a lot of people who are coming alone like me. Even I was all alone here and I didn't knew anybody here. But still I managed it with the powerful tool that is Facebook. Through Facebook, I searched for the groups of my university. I was from University of Windsor, so I looked up for the groups like Indians in University of Windsor, through which I got links for the WhatsApp groups, where I got connected with a lot of random people, and all were strangers to me. There were like lots of other people from different parts of the country, from Gujarat, Punjab. Everybody were sharing information, and it was really helpful for me throughout my visa procedures and everything. Likewise, I met a group of Telugu people there. They added me to another separate group which they have created. Even they were looking for a house, and fortunately one of the member from the group had connections here. On behalf of us, they looked for a house and they paid the rent and we all transferred money to him. And you have to be very careful in this scenario. This way I was able to find the accommodation and it was like a cakewalk for me. But if you are thinking to do it all by yourself, just be careful when you transfer the money, and there might be fraud happening in between. Like you might contact someone from here who have posted the ad on Kijiji or like marketplace, but you never know if that is a genuine or not. First build the contacts here. With that you can take help from them, and definitely at least one person out of 10 will be ready to help you out, because everybody have gone through that situation here. And just get in touch with the people through Facebook, WhatsApp, and do as much as you can. That is how you build the contacts. I had zero contacts when I was actually here before, but I was able to make a big family. I found lots of new friends here, and in the same way I wish you also do the same thing, and you will be able to find accommodation very easily. And try to adjust yourself firstly. Like, I don't know about others, but if you're trying to adjust, that is how you make the savings. And a lot of people also ask me about living expenses, how much does it cost, and is it enough if I spend $800 or $900 a month. So I just told them only one thing: it always depends on the lifestyle you have. If you are okay to share a room with your friend, then you will save money there. And if you want to be all alone in a separate room, then it will cost a lot being a student. So it should be okay once when you get a part-time. Maybe if you don't have to send any money, you don't have to pay any loans or like anything, then it should be fine. And it's all up to you, it's all your choice. But as a student, I've been through that, so that's why I'm sharing few experiences I had. And this is what I want to share with you all today. And I hope you will explore more these websites which I've suggested, and also make sure that you are not transferring money unless you know that person. A lot of people don't want to share their room or house with random people, but most of them, like me, would be okay to just get on with the random people, some strangers. That is how you make the new contacts. I know this video is kind of a bit boring maybe, and I tried my best to speak in English today because the information which I'm providing today to you, that must be helpful to each and every individual out there. Maybe other stuff I'll make in Telugu, but most of my viewers are students, so obviously I don't think it should be a problem. And keep supporting me the same. Thank you so much for all the love and support. I tried my best to provide as much as information I can. And if you like this video, make sure you like it and share, comment and subscribe to Kazil Vibes. And that's all for today. Thank you so much. Take care all.